Hello friends, welcome to Master Academy. In this video, I will be teaching about IELTS writing task 1 bar chart type of question. Let us see one question. See, this is a bar chart type of question. So, the bar chart below shows shares of expenditures for 5 major categories in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom and Japan in the year 2009. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So yeah, so first let me show you how you can form the answer. I have explained this in the previous videos as well. So you have to write in 4 paragraphs. First is paraphrase. Paraphrase is like a different use, writing the same given question using different vocabulary. Then summary, where you summarize your observation of the content. Then paragraph 1 and then paragraph 2. So you have to group your answer into 2 paragraphs. Okay, so let's see the important thing. So first thing is housing is having the highest percentage for most of the countries. Then least is healthcare and clothing for most of the countries. So this is our overall observation. Yeah, then let's see one example of our answer. Paraphrase. The bar chart illustrates how consumers in the US, Canada, UK and Japan distributed various percentage of their 2009 total spending across various categories including housing, food and transportation. This is one good example of a paraphrase. You can use this as an example, and yeah. So when you prepare for exam, you can have multiple different vocabularies to use this. For example, this uses illustrates and this shows. So shows can be paraphrased into illustrates. So this is one example. Let's see summary. Overall, it is evident that each of the 4 countries gave housing the highest percentage of their budget. These nations, with the exception of the USA, spend the least money on healthcare, who spend the least amount on apparel. So in summary, we have explained which is the highest expenditure and which is the lowest expenditure as we discussed. So that's not a bad summary, that's a good summary. Let's go to our paragraph 1 example. First off, in 2009, housing expenditures in the United States accounted for 26% of all expenditures, the greatest share of any country. With 24% and 22% respectively, the UK and Japan came next. With 21%, Canada has the lowest housing share. Except for Japan, every country's greatest expenditure component was housing. Canada, on the other hand, has the highest transportation share, 20% out of the 4 nations. The next highest transportation shares were held by the US and the UK at 17% and 15% respectively. So respectively means US have 17% and UK have 15% each. With 10%, Japan had the lowest. Let's see our paragraph 2 example. Examining the data in more detail. This is one like furthermore. Instead of using furthermore always, you can use like examining the data in more detail. Reveals that in 2009, consumers in Japan spent 23% of their entire income on food. With 20%, the UK held the second highest proportion. The 2 nations with the lowest food expenditure shares among those under study were Canada 15% and the United States 14%. The lowest percentages were observed in the area of healthcare, where the United Kingdom contributed the least amount of any country, 1%, while Canada and Japan contributed the same amount of money, 4% apiece. Apiece means each. So this is one example of forming an answer. Yeah. You can use similar pattern to form answers for other questions of the bar chart as well. Thank you.